Hi, and welcome back to the second part of our mini class training for the Opportunity Matrix Grid. OMG, our business is called OMG Digital because it stands for Omnichannel Media Group, but at the same time, every day we say, oh my God, there is so much opportunity in our businesses at the moment. And we're so excited to have you here as part of our training. So yesterday in our first class, we presented to you our opportunity matrix. Now at the core, it is breaking apart and looking step by step at the funnel that helps you take people from not knowing anything about your product to being a raving fan. It's a customer value journey at its absolute basic. We asked you to create a score on your 3 core areas of your business and understanding the 4 main ingredients that drive it. Traffic, offer, content, and community. So you've got that score sheet, and yesterday we really dived into the opportunity around awareness. Now you might have changed your score since yesterday, and that's okay, but I hope that it helped you to understand what the opportunity was for your business. Now, what we're going to move on today is to talk about engagement. But what we want to do is just recap a little bit first. Yesterday we showed you this graph where we said, what does it look like for you? What did your graph look like? Where was the flat spots in your business? In this example, it was around content in the first and second stage, the awareness and the engage stage. It would have been very different for you, but what did it look like? Where were the opportunities in your business to really pull it apart, look at it and understand what used to work, what's not working now, and how can you fix it? I want to reiterate that yesterday we said to you, none of what we're presenting to you is probably new. It's probably stuff you've heard before. We're relying on the trainings from people like Ryan Dice, Ezra Firestone, Molly Pittman, Russ Hennebury, Ollie Bilson, Mike Rhodes, people within our community who are really smart and really understand how this all works. But what we want you to do is to step back and take a really broad view of your business through the prism of the opportunity matrix. Where is it for you? It's not about you beating yourself up about what you're not doing properly. It's about understanding what is the opportunity for your business. So today we're going to talk about engagement. We're really starting to get to that middle part of the funnel. We're starting to look at how we would be growing our email lists. Obviously, we're looking at a lead magnet of some description. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, a lead magnet is something that encourages people to give us their contact details. It could be signing up for a newsletter, it could be a free download. Normally it offers a lot of value and it's demonstrating value and it's allowing customers to understand how it feels to work with you, how it feels to secure your product, build trust and know who you are as a business. We're trying to grow our remarketing lists. We're looking at trying to start customer acquisition, so potentially you could have tripwires also working through this stage. So a tripwire is when we take people to the next level where potentially we're getting a small sale from them. We might be selling a fraction of our service, or we might be offering a free trial where they have to put their credit card in, or if we run a car business, it might be somebody booking a demonstration to drive a test drive of a car. It's something that is starting to get people to invest a little bit of time or a little bit of money with us. So then we start to look at what are the measurements in this area, what are the core areas we should be looking at. And what you want to be looking at is the number of leads you've got coming into your funnel. So how many people are actually giving you that contact detail, going from that rented media of like Facebook and Google and Instagram through to your own media, your website, your own assets that you control so you can communicate with them. What is the growth in your email subscribers? What are your growth rates in your retargeting audiences? And what are you looking when you're looking at your open rates of things like newsletters and broad-based marketing that you're doing? And what are the click-through rates? These are all really, really important. So how did you score yourself yesterday when you looked at this? Now that you've had some time to think about it, did you want to reassess that score? Thinking about engagement, how did you score yourself on traffic, offer, content, and community? Talk. How did you get that through? How did you think about it in relation to your business? Did it bring up some things where you go, oh my God, we stopped doing that thing during COVID. Why did we stop it? We need to do it again. It's interesting when you start to move down the funnel, understanding the indices that you know demonstrate the health of your business. An example of that is a client that I work with. We know that they need around 30% of the visitors to their website each month to be new users. If they're not achieving that, well, then they won't be building their sales funnels down. That takes them about 4 weeks to 3 months to convert a customer. And if they're not building that 30% at the top every month, they won't get those results. Now, we found that out by mistake once when we did a promotion and we turned off the top of the funnel ads to focus on remarketing ads for closing sales. And we then saw a lag a month later where we didn't have enough sales. So are you seeing that in your business now? So at this stage of the funnel, engagement, you're starting to understand that. We know that Facebook traffic and Google traffic was very cheap during COVID, but we're seeing that changing already as the big brands are coming back into the market and spending money, ad costs are going up. So are you starting to see your engagement going down because you're just not getting the same number of visitors to your site? So understanding those measurements within your own business is really important. So as I said, we're going to be talking about engagement. What does that look like? So if we have a look at engagement, we've already touched on these. What are the core things that we're looking to achieve? What are the core measurements that we're wanting to do? What influences engagement across the core ingredients of your marketing plan? Well, we know what it is. It's traffic, offer, content, and community. But it's different for every business. Understanding how these work for you is really, really important. And at the moment, you might have been more caught up about homeschooling your kids and just trying to keep your business running that you haven't had the opportunity to step back and look at these things. Get out the reports that you used to monitor. Go back in and have a look at your Google Analytics and look at the trends over the last sort of 6 months and what happened during COVID, and then what does that mean as we go forward. Remember yesterday we talked about the fact that nobody's business will probably look the same in December this year as it did last. Now is the time for you to understand what that is for you. So at this stage of the funnel, what do we want to achieve? At the engagement stage, we're looking to target prospects and starting to begin the sales process. The main action is to create a transaction that drives them to your core offer. We're really looking to build trust. We're wanting them to feel comfortable with us. We're wanting them to feel part of our community. And we use content and offer to gain small commitments. Content and offer is really powerful at the engagement stage because that's engagement. We know that content and offer is what people engage with. From a Facebook blog post through to doing something on your website. This is content and offer driving engagement. And sometimes at this stage, an offer and content could be the same thing, or it could be very different. The content could be helping to warm people up. The offer could be getting them to, sign up to a tripwire or a lead magnet or somewhere along those lines. Remember, we're trying to gain engagement so that we can start to have a direct connection with this prospect for our business. So at this traffic stage, what's happening here? What's happening with our traffic temperature? In the awareness stage, it was icy cold. It was cold traffic. We were trying to just target people and get them to connect with us. Now we're starting to understand who these people are a little bit more. We're connecting with them. We hope we've got their email address or contact details. And we're really starting to now try to warm them up through offering them value in our product, demonstrating value, starting to excite them, starting them to feel like they're connected. Yesterday I spoke about the space motivators: security, profit, appearance, convenience, and ego. They're the buyer motivators, the emotions involved in every buying decision. At this stage, we're still strongly looking at security. People want to trust us. Appearance, what does the website look like? Convenience, how hard is it to deal with your website? Is it easy to deal with it? The other part of it, profit and ego, are starting to come into it, but very much more at the next stage with conversion. So when we're looking at traffic, we're looking once again at our lookalike audiences, existing customer lists, email campaigns, remarketing ads with calls to actions, and still using our Google intent audiences. But we're trying to drive them further into our funnel where we feel like they're connecting with us. We're using remarketing audiences a lot, and obviously email. When we look at offer and content, I already touched on this a little bit, but they're almost intertwined. The content could be video, it could be blog posts, it could be all sorts of things, but you're driving people into some sort of offer. Now that offer could be just to download a free case study that is a lead magnet, or to buy a splinter of your core offer that is a tripwire to create a small sale, or it could be to sign up for a demo. At this stage, we're looking to try and get some sort of commitment out of the customer. It could be we're offering free trials, we've got product demos, there could be some branding ads in here, books are a good one in this stage, we've still got our tripwires, webinars, a flash sale can work well at this point. So we're starting to understand, how do we get people to engage with us? If there are people already on our list and haven't engaged with us for a while, a flash sale could just drive them out to take action. We really, to be able to measure engagement, we have to see an action, a click, an open, a checkout start, a something where they actually do something with us to create an engagement. It's a two-way thing. They're doing something and we're responding to it. So what is happening with engagement in your business, and what does that look like for you? Then we move back into community, and obviously now we're starting to use more the term customer. Ideally, they're starting to actually engage with us in a way that they're starting to become a customer. They've purchased something from us, they've tried something, they've put their credit card details into something. But this is a real opportunity for us during this post-COVID world to be thinking about, has this changed? Has my audience changed? Has my customer changed? Have my customers' behaviours changed? Have you had a look at this lately? Step back, have a look at it. I said it yesterday when we were talking about awareness. I think that this quadrant of community is the area that a lot of you probably need to think about, because the business could have changed. So it could mean you need to find different customers. It could mean that your customer segments, their values have changed and your product's not as relevant to them anymore, but it could be relevant to a different community. Or it could be that you need to rephrase your offer and your content to make it relevant to your existing community. I really would love you to have a think about this. We don't spend enough time thinking about our customers. We're very much product focused as marketers, particularly in the digital world. We spend a lot of time on product. We spend a lot of time on our offer, crafting it, maybe on our content. But are we stepping back and understanding, what has COVID actually done to our customers? It's really a critical thing that I'd really love you to have a think about, and think about, what does it mean for your particular business at this point in time. So we've talked about awareness, and now we've touched on engagement. We've talked about, what does your traffic look like? What does your offer look like? What does your content and community, how has it changed? And you're starting to draw that back up to awareness. Obviously, if you're not getting the right awareness at the top of the funnel, you're not going to get the next level of engagement. But the other opportunity in this particular quadrant during COVID is to go back to your existing lists. Remember, you're not starting a business from scratch. You've got customers that you had before COVID. Have you gone back and looked at engagement for them? Have you gone and had a look at the open rates on your newsletters? Have you gone to have a look at what's happening with your click-through rates? Are you still getting the same level of engagement from your existing database that you were pre-COVID? Do you need to do something different? Do you need to do a sale? Do you need to do a special offer? Do you need to show value? There's probably sales already sitting there waiting for you, but you might just have to ask for them. So in the next video, we're going to delve into conversion, and that will allow us to pull the whole funnel together.